Welcome to the first workbook video for Bright Old Testament 502-504, Hebrew 1 and 2. This is for Lesson 1 workbook exercises, as well as an introduction to the workbook exercise videos. So let's dive in. For each lesson, you will find the assigned chapters, parts, or exercises listed in the syllabus or listed on Canvas. Most lessons will include a video that walks through some of the exercises in the workbook. You should still complete whatever part of the exercises are not covered in the video. When you have completed the workbook exercises, use the answer key found on Canvas to correct the exercises in a different color pen or pencil. Using a cell phone, snap a photo of your completed and graded workbook exercises and send the photo via text or email to me, your professor. The exercises are graded upon completion and correction, not upon initial accuracy, so don't worry if you get a lot wrong. The idea is for you to learn as you're doing these workbook exercises. In this first lesson, you are assigned Part 1 and 2, or Chapters 1 and 2 in your workbook. The name chapter or part are interchangeable. I've called them part because we're not always going to be following the actual chapter in the book. Here we're going to be doing Parts 1 and 2, and you will do all of 1 and 2. However, Part 1 asks that you write the alphabet out 100 times, which is about 95 times too many and unnecessary. Instead, just write out the whole alphabet 5 times. You also only need to write the final letters 5 times, rather than the 10 times required by Van Pelt and Pratico. In Part 2, Exercise 1, number 17, you will see bait with a comets. Remember, there are 2 options for this. There is comets, which is a long A, but the comets could also be a comets hatuf, a short O, so be sure to list both options. In Part 2, Exercise 2, when you see the 2 dots that look like a colon under a letter, they should be pronounced as We'll discuss these 2 dots, which are known as shva, later in another lesson, but for now, understand that it is simply if it comes after a long vowel, at the beginning of a name, or under a letter with a dagesh, or a dot in it. If it is a colon under a letter after a short vowel, it is silent, and you would only pronounce the consonant under which the colon appears. Thus, Avraham has the colon underneath bait, or the shva underneath the bait, so it's not Abraham, but Avraham. Hopefully this will help you as you're trying to figure out what names are recorded here, but most of it will be self-explanatory. Again, we'll talk about the colon, also called a shva, later in another lesson. Well, believe it or not, that's it. Most of the homework in this particular lesson is self-explanatory. You should be able to figure out parts 1 and 2 in your workbook fairly easily. Again, correct it, snap a picture, and send it to me.